Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Celtic Forever podcast. Got John with us tonight to go over Celtic 4, Hibs 1. Comfortable win for Celtic tonight, John. Nice and easy, nice and relaxing, not a problem. Nice fluent football as well. Good to see the team back to their best. And obviously you got the score prediction right as well, but we'll go into that. But before that, just want to touch on the Celtic Forever promotion or competition. All you have to do is name the Celtic player on the screen. Simple as that. Everybody, name the Celtic player on the screen. Leave your guesses in the comment section, and we will allow you 3 guesses each. So simple as that, John. Who's the Celtic player on screen? The face is covered up, the player number is covered up, and all you have to do is guess who it is. As I says, 3 guesses each. Leave it in the comment section, and we will announce the winner on Sunday after the Kilmarnock game. And just to add, it's a UK competition only as well. All right, John, how you doing, buddy? How's things?
All right, Xander. That was a good result tonight, wasn't it? Very straightforward. No complications, really. But I thought Hibs actually played okay.
Yeah, they weren't sitting back. They had a lot of space in the game, I thought. The forwards had a bit of space up there. There was no two lines of 5, in the defence. They gave us a bit of space and they did come at us, like we said in yesterday's podcast. But yeah, it was a good game. Enjoyed it. Really thoroughly enjoyed that game, John. It was nice and convincing. Obviously, our only concern out the night was Carter Vickers going off at half time. John, do you think that was an injury, or do you think that was just maybe a precaution?
Maybe a precaution. He didn't look injured when he went off, but he's maybe felt a wee tweak or something and thought, get a rest. We're well ahead. Don't need to risk it, really. Something like that, probably, Xander, I would imagine.
Yeah, you said, I hope you're right, first of all, but you said on yesterday's podcast, John, that the crowd would be a wee bit lower, Christmas shopping this time of the year, midweek game, freezing cold outside, and it proved to be the case. I'd say there were about 45, maybe 50,000 the other night. A lot of empty seats in the stadium, and then obviously the Green Brigade no there either. You could hear a pin drop. You could hear a pin drop at some points in that game.
It was very quiet. A lot of empty seats. I'd say there's maybe... It's hard to judge, isn't it, when it's a big stadium? When Celtic Park holds just over 60,000, so it's very hard to put an estimate on the crowd in that. But there was a lot of empty seats. I'd say there was maybe 48,000 the other night, 50,000.
Yeah, and well done to everybody that did turn up the other night, because they braved the conditions. Very cold tonight. There was just a horrible night there, weather-wise, very cold. This time of year as well, Christmas time. So well done to everybody that did turn up the other night. 50,000 is a great turn up for a midweek game. And hopefully everybody gets home safe and sound from the stadium tonight, John. You ready? Are you ready to go into this?
Well, just hope my dad get home okay as well. He listens to this, so hope it wasn't too cold for him. I think he had his heated jacket on the night. keep him nice and... I told him to get himself a pair of matching heated shoes. You can't go out. That was bitter cold tonight, you know.
Yeah, get yourself a pair of Thermogrips 1999 out of Timson's, John. They'll do the trick.
Thermogrips, aye.
Yeah, I hope your dad got home okay. But let's get into this. And before we get into this, John, do you remember at Easter Road? I was just thinking about this tonight. At Easter Road, there used to be a slope. Is there still a slope at Easter Road? Do you know?
I think there is. Aye.
Because remember, used to shoot into the slope or shoot down the slope, but you don't hear that anymore, don't you know?
No, you don't hear it, but I heard something about that a few years ago. I'm sure the slope's still there.
If anybody knows, leave a comment, let us know, because it'd be good to know if Easter Road still has the famous old slope. And before we go into the game, just hit that like button, please, because the last couple of podcasts, the likes have came down slightly. So we want to try and get the likes back up. So hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, just to help our wee channel out. All right, John. The game kicks off. We're looking comfortable right away. No problems. The park's looking nice as well for this time of year, I might add. The surface looked okay. So 5 minutes in, John, we get a corner. It's whipped in. And then Vickers has a shot from 9 yards out, deflects off Oh's knee, and already straight away we're 1-0 up. What a great start to the game that was.
Aye, it was. Aye, Vickers run away like it was his goal, but it was given to Big O.
Yeah.
So it's just
Well,
it's a freak goal, really, isn't it? It's one of the freak goals, but we'll take anything. I did say to you yesterday, if we get an early goal, the score could be anything Celtic want it to be.
yeah, it was no, nothing special about the goal, but it did give us an early lead. You know, puts everybody at ease, I suppose. So yeah, we're 1-0 up, John, after 5 minutes. As you say, Carter Vickers tried to claim the goal, but it did come off Oh's knee. And so O gets the goal, puts us ahead. And obviously, O was on in place of Hyeongyu. Mikey Johnston was on in place of Yang, and Iwata was on in place of Turnbull. So you got that right as well, John. You said Johnston would start, and you said Iwata would start, and you were correct.
Did you not say Johnson was start? I can't remember, but I did think Iwata deserved this. How do you think he played? Well, I suppose we can get to that later on when we mark up the players. But I thought Mikey Johnson was a good addition tonight. I thought compared to Yang, I think he added an injection of pace and directness. So that was good to see. I'm glad he started, actually.
Yeah, me too. And as regards to Iwata, he gave the ball away twice, John, but apart from that, the boy was good. He played well in midfield there, I thought. But as you say, we'll get to that, John, as we get to the individual player scoring a wee bit later on. 13 minutes gone, we've got a corner for Hibs, John. Hibs get a corner, and it's Johan hits it over the bar with his knee. So Hibs, as you said, they did come at us. So that was a wee chance for Hibs there in the 13th minute. Then in the 20th minute, John, we've got a Palmer cross, beautiful cross, straight to the foot of O, and it was sort of like the Matt O'Reilly chance at the weekend where he's sliding. He's sort of a sliding to control it. It was the exact same, and he hits it by the post, John. That was some miss, wasn't it?
Aye. There's a lot of sitters missed tonight. We could have had another 5 goals the other night, probably.
Yeah. I thought we could have been 5 or 6 up at half time.
Aye, easily being 5 or 6 up at half time, but they need to start putting these chances away, these sitters, you know. That's been Celtic's failing this season. If I was to have one criticism, we missed far too many sitters under.
Yeah, and that was one of them. That was, I thought that was a guaranteed goal there, but he's sort of a stretching one and puts it past the post. So still remains 1-0 after 20 minutes, John. 21 minutes, a minute later, Palmer gets a yellow card. First player booked, so he has to be careful the rest of the game.
Aye.
23rd minute, sorry, John. 23rd minute, we've got a shot for you, Callum. 30 yards out, half decent effort, saved by the goalkeeper. I thought Marshall done all right tonight, didn't he?
Aye. He was a bit wayward with his kickouts and stuff, though, wasn't he? Kicking out of the park a lot.
He did, you're right, John. He did, aye.
Yeah, but I think Marshall did okay.
But that was a half decent effort for Callum, and saved over the bar, 30 yards out. So it's good to see the teams having some pot shots for outside the box, John. That's what we were asking for in the preview of the St Johnstone game.
Aye. A lot more pot shots outside the box. That's what's needed. Cal Mack did have a few shots outside the box tonight, which is good. I prefer Cal Mack there playing in that position.
Yeah. He's suited in that position. And he played well half of the St Johnstone game, and he played really well tonight as well. 26 minute, John. We've got a Palmer running through in goal for the sideline, and he hits it across the line. There's nobody there to tap it in. It's sort of cleared by the big Hibs defender off the line. Somebody should have been gambling there, John, to bust a gut to get in, to tap that into the net.
Aye, that was a chance for Kyogo, that one, wouldn't it? He'd have loved it.
Aye, but nobody there, John. It's another wasted opportunity. So it remains 1-0, John, until the 36th minute, when we've got a beautiful cross for Palmer, John, on the left-hand side, yet again, straight to the head of Matt O'Reilly, and he finishes it well. A nice header, a nice cross, and a beautiful goal. Makes it 2-0 Celtic.
Aye, it's all about the assist again, isn't it? O'Reilly couldn't miss, really, but he has to be there to put it in the net. So, beautiful assist. Nice wee finish for O'Reilly. Good timing, getting into the right position for that. Beautiful goal, actually.
Yeah, I agree, John. That was nice. And that more or less ended the game at 2-0. I personally thought anyway that was the game over, John. So Hibs have to come out, don't they? So 2 minutes later, we've got a save from Joe Hart, and it's a header from Johan. Joe Hart saves it. So they're trying to come back into the game, John, but that was the first time Joe Hart had to do the full first half, wasn't it?
Aye, he had to do when he has to do his job, he always steps up, big Joe Hart, so well done to him.
So that was the 42nd minute, John, a shot for Alistair Johnston, who gets his sail into the box, and it's saved from 9 yards out. Half decent save for Marshall. So Marshall's keeping them in it, John. It remains 2-0. Then a minute to go to half time, John. The 46th minute, we've got a Tavares shot, and it's blocked by Scale. So that was another effort for Hibs just before half time. Half time whistle goes, John. We're sitting comfortable at 2-0. What were you thinking at half time?
I was thinking there's going to be changes in the second half. That was my first thought. But the last thing in my mind was Carter Vickers being the change.
Yeah, I was looking at that, and obviously he must have picked up a slight knock. He must have, because he was solid all through the first half, John, and he doesn't return for the second half. It's Nat Phillips that comes on, John. So we start with Nat Phillips and Scales in the back line there. So the game kicks off for the second half, John. And within a minute or two, John, there is a VAR check for a penalty. And it's a tackle on, is it Alistair Johnston?
See, I missed the penalty.
Yeah, I'm sure it was a tackle on Alistair Johnston. And he doesn't really claim for it, John. Johnston doesn't claim for it, but VAR goes back to it and has a look. And sure enough, his leg's clipped inside the box, and the decision is given, John. So up steps Palmer, and we're waiting on the sort of same run up, but he doesn't really do that. He just sort of smashes it into the top left. Nice penalty, lovely wee finish. That makes it 3-0, John, and the game is well and truly over by that point.
No, I missed the penalty, sadly, but I actually seen it. I missed the incident though, But I seen the goal because the stream caught up just at the replay of the goal, so I seen that. Nice finish for Palmer, Xander.
Yeah, as soon as Beaton has to go to the screen to check it, the penalty's going to get given. And sure enough, it comes out, does this square screen thing that the referees do, points to the spot, yeah, and he makes no mistake with his finish. So that's an assist and a goal, John, for Parma. Puts us 3-0 up. Then we make a substitution. We've got Mikey Johnston off for Tillio. 52nd minute, John. Another shot for Hibs. Johan off the post. That should have been 3-1. That was a good effort, John. He turns Phillips inside out. And he gets his shot away, John, and he's unlucky. It hits the post.
Aye. I don't really care what happens with them, right enough, but we have to talk about it, don't we? Aye, off the post. Unlucky. But what do you think of Phillips as a defender? Do you think he's good enough to step in for Carter Vickers?
Aye, it's a tough one, John. And he's no really, let's be honest, he's no really had a chance at Celtic yet, has he? Couple of wee appearances here and there, maybe off the bench, whatever. He needs a run in the team to get a right good look at him, I think. But he's decent enough, I think. He's definitely decent enough. But he's no Vickers level, definitely no.
Do you know who he reminds me of? I can't mind the guy. What's the guy that signed for Celtic the COVID season, the lone defender? We couldn't wait to get rid of him. I'm hopeless at remembering players' names now. I'm really bad at that. That was, but he reminds me of him anyway. He looks a bit like him. That's what I mean.
Shane Duffy.
Shane Duffy. That's it. Well done, Xander. Aye. It's just the way he moves and all that reminds me of him.
I know what you're saying. The sort of stature of the guy reminds you of him, but I think Shane Duffy was a far worse player at Celtic anyway. I don't know what he was like at any other club, John, but no. I think Phillips is a far better defender. All right, John, 55th minute. We've got another goal. Puts the game to bed. Big O using his strength in the box. Some really, really nice, powerful striker play there. John holds his man off nicely, finishes the ball well, grabs himself a second goal, 4-0 Celtic.
Aye. Big O out muscled the fish. That was his name, wasn't it? Fish.
The fish, aye.
Just don't
Fish.
mention the fish.
I think Fish got himself in a pickle, eh? So that was 4-0, John.
That's quite poor, Xander.
These jokes are getting worse, aren't they? 4-0, John. Canter, the game's a canter. We then make a substitution. Taylor off, Ralston on. So I think he's just trying out to see if Ralston be like at left back. John, how do you think Ralston did at left back?
Didn't look any better than he did at right back, to be honest with you. Nah, it's just similar type performance. He looks a bit confused trying to get onto his right feet, I think. But he did okay, really... though. I'm not saying he did bad. He did okay, I suppose.
He never really... He got a couple of half-decent crosses into the box, I suppose, but no, he didn't really stand out, if I'm being honest. But yeah, he done okay.
He's no got a left foot, Xander.
Aye.
He's got to get back onto his right foot to put a cross in. So, I didn't fancy him at left back at all, to be honest with you.
Yeah, so Brendan tried him at left back anyway. I think he was just trying to see what he'd be like there, just because the game is finished. But so we move on, John. 72nd minute. Hibs are coming at us, and they eventually get their goal. It's a ball fizzed across the box in the 72nd minute, and Big Doidge is there at the back stick just to tap it in. Simple goal. Defence was nowhere to be seen. 4-1. Suppose it was a half decent build up to the goal and a half decent finish there, John, for Hibs.
Aye, nice finish. We talked about Doidge yesterday, didn't we? He doesn't get that many starts, but when he does, he always looks quite capable. And there you go. He bangs in a goal against us.
Yeah, we did say he was one to watch yesterday, didn't we, on the podcast? So, yeah, but the Celtic players kind of listen to us because they never watched them. So, okay, we move on to the 80th minute, John. We've got Bernardo on for Callum. Callum gets a wee rest before the Kilmarnock game on Sunday. Bernardo, he looks quite strong, Bernardo, I think, John.
He looks like one of the guys that's left a coat hanger in his tap, isn't he? Big square shoulders.
Do you think so? He looks quite a strong physical midfielder, John. He done okay when he came in, I thought, but he was only on for 15 minutes. So McGregor gets a wee rest, John. 85th minute, then we get a free kick outside the box. Palmer, John, steps up. This time he gets this one on target. Nice free kick, about 23 yards out, and a nice save from Marshall. Another save from Marshall, John. Wasn't it for Marshall, it would have been a cricket score the night. But yeah, decent effort and a decent save.
If it wasn't for Marshall saves and the sitters that we missed, it could have been a cricket score. But I do. Going back to Bernardo, I think Palmer's free kick was lovely, by the way. He deserved a wee go to that. I know he's good at set pieces because I've seen his compilation. Told you he scored for a corner and all that as well. But there was one corner he took the night. I think O headed it. If he would have left that was going in the net. Or at least the keeper direct for the corner. But Bernardo, the thing I noticed about Bernardo the night, I never noticed before, he's got a wee bit of height about him. Looks about maybe around about 6 feet mark.
Aye. I like him. I think he's decent, John. He's not had much of a chance. The same as Phillips. He's just appearance here and there. The most appearances he's had for Celtic is in the Champions League, in it. So he's up against top quality there. So he's not had much of a chance in the SPL. Not that I've seen anyway. It's just a couple of sub appearances here and there. Same as the night. I think he got 15 minutes the night. So John, tail end of the game, took our foot off the gas, but the last 5 minutes of injury time, John, we have three clear-cut chances, John, to make it 5-1 and to get your score prediction wrong. The three clear-cut chances. We've got a shot for Kyogo in the 93rd minute, John, over the bar, pass from Johnston. Sorry, yeah, pass from Johnston, Alistair Johnston, that is. Straight on to Kyogo, John. He has his shot over the bar. So that was the first miss. A minute later, we've got a cross from Ralston. Straight to Matt O'Reilly. Hits his effort wide as well. And then in the last minute, we've got a Iwata shot wide. Hits the side netting at the very last minute of injury time. So that was three chances in the last 3 minutes, John, to get that extra goal. Quite wasteful there, weren't we?
I thought that last one was in, but just because it hit the side net. But we did have three great chances in the stoppage time to make it 5. The last goal could have been it. Celtic wanted it if they took their chances. But what was I going to say about Bernardo? That's something he's played in the Champions League more than he's played in the league, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe that's part of his loan deal. He's got to play so many games in the Champions League or something like that. I don't know. But it's just weird that he doesn't get a start in the league, I think. And he's getting started in every Champions League game, or just about every Champions League game. I find that a bit strange.
You could be right, John. There could be something there, but part of the loan deal is that he plays so many minutes in the Champions League. Yeah, could be something like that. But obviously, we don't know. We're just guessing. But I think he's a decent signing, John. I think he's a decent player. I don't think he's maybe done enough to get a permanent contract at Celtic. I don't know. I could be wrong, but anytime I've seen the boy, he looks half decent anyway. All right, John. So that's the game finished. We win 4-1. Rangers get their win the night as well. Obviously, Naismith, the manager, he's going to want his former club to win, so a 1-0 win for Rangers there. So we remain 8 points clear at the top of the league, John. So we move on to the game against Kilmarnock, John. They'll have played first on Saturday, so the gap will be closed to 5 points because they played Dundee at Ibrox. So Kilmarnock now also turns into a vital must-win game for us.
Aye, every game's a vital must-win game. But
Mm-hmm.
I know what you mean. It's because we are playing second, it's a must-win. It becomes a wee bit more pressure involved in it. So, plastic pitch, the worst pitch in Scotland, I think. Probably after Livingston, actually. Just a terrible, terrible pitch that, and it should be ripped up and grass put down. I don't agree with these artificial pitches. I know teams can't afford to maintain the grass pitches through the winter, but most clubs manage it in the league, so don't see why teams like Kilmarnock and Livingston shouldn't have one as well, a grass pitch.
Yeah, agree, John. Yeah, they shouldn't be allowed to in the league with that pitch. It's simple as that. Livingston's the same. What we also can't afford to do is wear that grey strip on Sunday because it clashes with the Kilmarnock home strip. We need to wear the black strip. I know it's a stupid, silly point, but the last time we played at Kilmarnock, John, I could hardly see the Celtic players. The ball is as if they were all passing amongst each other. It was just a colour clash. So we need to wear the black strip on Sunday to make it a wee bit easier to see the Celtic players. All right, let's get into the individual scores, John, for the players. Joe Hart, John, pulled off a couple of wee saves there. Conceded a goal also, so I'll give Joe a 7.
His distribution was good anyway. It's always good. So I'm sticking to my usual 7 for me.
Right. Left back, right back, Alistair Johnston, Greg Taylor. Greg gets a 7. He was okay tonight. Never done anything wrong. Alistair thought had a good game. A really good game, actually. So I'll give Alistair an 8.5.
Greg Taylor, I thought that's the best game he's had in a wee while. I thought, and then he gets subbed, weirdly. That's obviously Brendan wants to keep him for Kilmarnock. So I'll give wee Greg a 7 tonight. I thought he played well tonight. Alistair Johnston, 9.5 for me. I thought he was outstanding tonight.
9.5, yep. He did play well, John. He was potentially man of the match, but we'll go into that after this wee bit. Centre halves, Scalesy and Carter Vickers. Hard to score Carter Vickers, he's only played half a game, but I'll give him a 7 anyway. And Scales, as usual solid performance for Big Scales. He gets an 8 for me.
Aye. Same for me, I think. Vickers, he only had half a game, so hard to mark half a game into it. I'll give him a 6 there, I think, because he only played half the game. But Liam Scales, I think he was slightly better. I'll give him a 7.5.
Okay, John.
He always has more to
Midfield.
contend with, Liam Scales, doesn't he? He always seems to have a lot more challenges in defence than Carter Vickers. He wins the battles in there. He's just a great defender.
Yeah. I think the only way Naroki and Lagabielka is going to get into this team is if there's injuries, John. So, that's the only way I can see them getting into the team. They're not getting any game time at all just now, are they?
Nah, defence is good enough. We don't need them right now, but that could all change any time,
Yeah, we'll look at the night. Carter Vickers gone off. That could be a potential injury, so we'll find out soon enough on that. Midfield, John Iwata, Callum McGregor and Matt O'Reilly. All three had outstanding games, and I'm giving all three an 8. Simple as that.
Aye. I thought maybe Iwata 7.5. Matt O'Reilly, he did a couple of mistakes in the first half, but also a couple of moments of magic in the first half as well. He was kind of hot and cold tonight, Matt O'Reilly. But mostly he did a good job. I'll give him an 8. And Cal Mack, 8.5.
Yep, fair enough, John. But I just thought Matt was brilliant from start to finish tonight. It's good to see him back to his form because we need every player back to form, John. Don't we? We need every player firing, every single one of them.
Yeah. Cal Mack just pipped him to the post, I think, just a wee bit. Lightly.
Okay, mate. Fair enough. Midfield played well tonight. Forward three, Mikey, Oh, and Palmer. Palmer, as usual, he was a wee bit quiet after his yellow card, but then he came into it again. So 7.5 for Palmer. He got his assist, he got his goal, didn't he? Penalty. Oh, got a double with the night, obviously. Played okay, held the ball up well, missed a couple of stutters, like you say. Got his 2 goals as well. Yeah, done okay. 8. I'll give him an 8 for his 2 goals alone. And then we had young Mikey on the right, John. Yeah, he's quite direct, isn't he? He shows no fear, the boy. So well done to Mikey. Maybe his crossing could be a wee bit better. I don't know. A couple of times the ball went right across the other side of the park tonight. But apart from that, he done well. 7.5 for Mikey.
Aye, I thought he played well tonight, Mikey Johnston. I'll give Mikey maybe same as you, 7.5. I thought, apart from the goals that he scored, I don't think he was that good. He did try and battle for the ball, but I think, when I see strikers missing sitters like that, they've got to be putting him away, I think. He didn't have a terrible game, but I'm not going to be hard on him. He got his 2 goals tonight. Well, 1 goal, the first one just hit off him, but he took his second well. I'll give him a 6.5. And 6.5. Palmer on the other side, like you says, I thought he was quiet after his yellow card, but still getting involved. Just couldn't put his usual self about, because he does put himself about a wee bit, Palmer, I played well. Lots of good crosses into the box and a goal and an assist. I think I'm giving Palmer an 8 tonight.
Yeah, okay, John, that's fair. It was good to see the team back to the way we know they can perform, John. So hopefully we can perform like that for the rest of the season. Obviously, we've got some big games coming up. Kilmarnock at the weekend. We've got Hearts as well coming up soon. We've also got Rangers at Celtic Park. So we want to be going to these games on form, and tonight was a good start, I suppose. Still unbeaten in the league, John. Another win there. Uh, Still clear at the top of the league just now, anyway. Uh, we move on to Kilmarnock on Sunday, John. So all we can hope for is there's no injury to Carter Vickers there, John.
Aye. Well, I haven't even listened to Brendan's interviews yet, but I will after this. But we can only hope and pray that he's all right because we really need him.
Definitely, yeah. Kilmarnock's going to be a different story on Sunday, John, because they beat Aberdeen tonight, so they're going to be on form. They're at home. They're on the plastic pitch. But we'll go into the preview of that on Saturday, John. We'll do the preview on Saturday night for that. All right, okay. We move on, John. Comments, John? Have you any comments for us?
All right, we can rattle through some comments for you.
Good man.
So first up is Ghost Tracker, the only pod with highlights. You guys totally committed. Every other pod in it for the money. Well done, lads. What do you think of that?
Well, I know what he's saying. Yeah, thank you very much for the kind words. It's we do try and put the highlights on as much as we can, John. Sometimes it's the podcast goes out and the highlights aren't even out yet, so sometimes we can't do it. But most of the time, yeah, we try and put the highlights on. Like the highlights of the Hibs game will probably be on Saturday's podcast, just as a wee look back on tonight's game. Yeah. Thanks for the kind words. And as regards to the money, no, we're not in it for money, John. The channel isn't monetized whatsoever. We don't make a single penny. So thanks for that, Ghost Tracker. I appreciate that.
UD says 3-0 Celtic. Hail, hail. Thanks for the comment.
Yeah, unlucky as well. I suppose it was never going to be 3-0. It was 3-0 after 40 minutes. So yeah, unlucky with your guess.
Nah, unlike me.
Yeah, you got your score prediction bang on, John. That was 4-1. That's what you said. What was the price on that? 33-1 or something. So, you done well. That brings it to what, 5-3, is it? And the overall correct score between us two, 5-3, isn't it? Aye,
Well,
yeah, you done well.
that's two in a row we've got, Xander.
That's right. 2 correct scores in a row. Yeah, we're going for a hat trick at the weekend.
So if you want your scores, like we've got profit here, but I think we're more profits than he is. We're getting these scores right. So if you want a correct score for the game, just come to us before the games and you'll get it. So there you go. Profit. We need to attack and take on players and make the away team keeper work. This side passing and then back to defenders. I know he's talking about the side passing and back to defenders. Look at how many times Kyogo makes a run. You know, I know what he's talking about. Back to front, side to side. I know he's done exactly what he's talking about. We really need to make the keepers work a lot more. And plus, when we're getting in front of keepers, we're missing a lot of sitters as well. So these sitters, this problem missing sitters has got to be sorted. So thanks for that, Prophet.
Yeah. As regards to the back the way, sideways, like it has been at times this season, we didn't do that tonight. It was constant attack the night. So, as I said 5 minutes ago, John, if we can play like that the rest of the season, we'll be absolutely fine. Absolutely fine. All right, John, what else have we got?
Thanks for your comment, Prophet. We've got Roseanne. Great wee show again, boys. She says, I'll say the photo is Paul McStay. You've got 3 guesses, Roseanne. That's just one. You've got another 2 to go. But she says she thinks it's Paul McStay and 3-0 for Celtic tonight. You were wrong and I was right. Ha ha. And hail, lads. Thanks for that, Roseanne. Thanks very much.
Thanks for the comment. Keep the comments coming in, Roseanne, and everybody else. Just give us a comment on anything at all. It doesn't even need to be Celtic. Just if you want to ask us a question about us, about John, about myself, or if you want to enter the competition or a correct score, anything at all, just get a comment in, and we'll always reply to every comment.
Aye, exactly. Well, if you want to know something about me, I'm the one that sings the theme tune for the podcast. I play everything in it: drums, bass, guitars, singing. I know I've got a crap voice, but there you go. If you want to know something about me, that's it. If you want to know how to play the tune, you're no good enough.
There you go, John. You're giving away all your talented secrets there, giving them all away.
Aye.
The theme tune's good, and you've done well with that because it must be hard work having to do that. Play all the instruments yourself and then put it all together. Aye, you've done well, John.
It's easy, Xander. Thanks anyway. I'm only kidding,
Anyway,
by the way. No, it is hard when you're trying to do it on your own, But aye, that's a good fun. That's just a wee hobby, music that I do, But that's just something about me. If you want to know something, if you want to ask how the song was played, then I'm not telling you. Anyway, Paul McComb. Paul McComb says Andy Lynch, 1973 to 1980, scored a penalty in a cup final against the Sefco. So that's Andy Lynch. That was one of his guesses for the guess who the player is. Andy Lynch. I was saying it reminds me of a boxer. I was thinking of Benny Lynch, the boxer.
I'll bet Benny Lynch, aye.
Aye. Good
Aye,
Celtic.
Andy Lynch. Obviously, Andy Lynch was before my time. I think it was before your time on John. Obviously, I've never seen Andy Lynch play, but I have heard the name Lynch playing for Celtic. I've heard of that, but it could be Lynch that's in that photo, John. It could be him. So keep your guesses coming in.
1973 till 1980, Paul says Andy Lynch played for Celtic. I'm still being honest, I've never heard him. I don't remember him at all. But there we go. I don't know. Maybe it's just one that slipped my mind.
You can't remember every single player that's ever played for Celtic. We're no robots. Well, I'm not anyway.
No, me neither. No, there's been some right donkeys played for Celtic, isn't there?
Aye.
By the way, I'm not saying Andy Lynch was a donkey because I don't know who he is. I can't remember him. I'll need to look him up. But thanks for the comment anyway, Paul. Thanks for
that. Yeah, thanks, Paul.
Chris D says Iwata starts with Kalmack and O'Reilly for me. So you were right, Chris D. Iwata did start with Kalmack and O'Reilly. So you got it spot on. Thanks for your comment, Chris.
Yeah, thank you. And I think we said that as well, John, didn't we? That Iwata would start. He had to start after the way we played the last half hour against St Johnstone. He came on, pushed Callum McGregor up, and we just continued that for the first whistle of the night. We continued that nice form the last half hour against St Johnstone. Continued it into the night's game, and we played like that from start to finish, really. Well, apart from maybe 20 minutes at the end of the game, we sort of took our foot off the gas, didn't we? All right, John, any more comments?
Aye, we still had a lot of chances in that last 20 minutes, remember, Xander?
Especially the last 5 minutes of injury time, John. We missed 3 or 4 clear-cut efforts on goal.
Exactly.
Yeah, we missed a few.
That game could have finished 7-1 if it wasn't for missing sitters in the last 5 minutes. Anyway, what's that? Weather Forbes, Esther Forbes. Sorry, Esther, my eyesight's. I'm trying to look on the tablet tonight. It's bad enough on the computer, but I'm trying to see it on a tablet. Esther Forbes, I'm thinking Paul McStay. There's another one thinking it's Paul McStay. And remember, you've got 3 guesses, Esther, not just one. So have another guess, Esther Forbes, and thanks very much for your comment. And I've got one on
Just to
Facebook.
interrupt there, John. Esther, have another 2 guesses, but as John says, you're allowed up to 3 guesses in this competition, each person. But it could be Paul McStay. John obviously doesn't know who this mystery player is. I do know who it is. It could be Paul McStay. It might not be Paul McStay. So have another 2 guesses anyway, and use up all 3 of your guesses. I'll say that to everybody.
Aye, no, I've not got a clue who it is. Like I said yesterday, Xander will no tell me who it is, but I can have my guesses, but it probably just that's exactly what the other just guesses because I don't know. So, all you guys out there listening to this, I'm the same boat as you. I don't know, but I'm not going to have a guess because I'm too tired. Anyway, Chris on Facebook says my 3 guesses, boys, is Roy Aitken, Mike Galloway, and Derek White. Hail, hail! That's for Chris A on Facebook.
Right. Who was the 3 again? Sorry, John. Derek White, Roy Aitken, and who was the other one?
Mike Galloway.
Mike Galloway. Right, okay. Right, I need to take a note of them because it's on Facebook, John. In fact, if you could just send me a wee message of the 3 names, I'll add it to the list. That'd be brilliant. Good luck, Chris, for your guesses.
Aye, good luck with them. So I've only looked at the picture a couple of times, just a quick look, and it could be anybody, can it really? If the face is blocked out, the number on the shorts is blocked out, that could be me. You know what I mean? Photoshopped into something, but I know it isn't.
Well, you think about it, John, right? If you show the face, everybody's going to know who it is. It's not competition then. You know, it's got to be hard. It's got to be difficult, and it's easy. It's easy to work it out. All you need to do is look at the era of the strip. You know, there's only so many players that played in that era,
No, it
and
narrows
then you
it
look,
down. Aye.
and then you look at the body shape of the player. It can be easily worked out. So I'm giving people clues here, obviously, but and some people might have it right already. So keep your guesses coming, and that's all I'll say.
Aye. Well, there's also a good prize coming up when we meet 3,000 subs, which isn't far away. If you want to quickly touch on that, Xander.
That's right. We've got a nice special prize, John. I'll tell you what it is just now. But once we hit that 3,000 subs mark, John, we're going to give away the prize. Obviously, it'll go into a competition for everybody to enter, but it'll be a nice wee prize we're giving away once we hit 3,000 subs. So start hitting that subscribe button, everybody, and you'll find out sooner rather than later what the prize is.
Nah, if you're not a sub, you don't get, so get subbing.
That's it. That's it. All right, John, is that you wrapped up with the comments for the night?
That's it, Xander.
Yeah, good man. Thanks for that. Thanks for reading them out. Appreciate everybody that's commented. And just before we finish, John, if I could ask everybody who is watching and listening to the podcast, if you could hit the like button. It's very simple. It takes 2 seconds. It helps the channel out. It means the views go up. It helps the algorithm of the channel as well. Just hit the like button. That's all we're asking you today. Nothing else. Hit that like button, please. We'd really appreciate that. And just one more wee word on the competition, because the competition ends at 12 o'clock on Sunday. Who is this mystery player? Have a good close look at it. Who is the mystery player on screen here? Everybody has got 3 guesses each. Leave it in the comments section. It's as simple as that. And all correct entries will go into a draw. If there's only one entry, then that person will win it. One correct entry, that person will win it. 3 guesses each, remember, everybody. Leave in the comments section and you could win the Henrik Larsson framed Legends printout. All right, John, that wraps us up for the night. Yeah, anything you want to add before we split?
No, I just enjoyed the game tonight. Celtic back on form. I just hope they continue on Sunday, Xander.
Yeah. Well done to the Hoop story tonight. Well done to everybody that turned up for the game at Celtic Park tonight. All the fans. He's done well. That was nearly 50,000 fans in the freezing temperatures. So well done to you. Thank you for viewing, and we'll see you on Sunday for the preview against Kilmarnock. Hail, hail, everybody.
Hail, hail, everybody. See you next time, Xander.
Right, John. Catch you later.